My name is Vanessa. I was once in the foster system, but I was adopted at 13 and I'm 19 years old now. It was definitely scary because I had 5 siblings and we were all separated, so we kind of hopped around a lot. So that was definitely scary for me to be separated and just be moving constantly. And just being a teen is hard because people don't really like teens, so that was really hard for me. The foster mother she wanted my baby sister Mary, and so we were all placed at homes at that time. So in order to have my sister, she had to take all of us into her home. So that's how we all ended up together, was because she wanted my sister. She wanted to go on vacation, and so we went into Respite.
I got a call to see if we would respite, which, for anybody who doesn't know, it's babysitting, a 2-year-old. So I called my husband. He's like, yeah, that'll be fine. Well, then it went from just a 2-year-old to 3 sisters. So I called the foster mom and she said, hey, listen, there are 2 other boys and they slept in the room last night with the girls because they're so scared of being separate. So I said, let me call you back, and called the licensing agency. Everybody said yes, we were good to go, and 5 children showed up.
So we pulled into the house, this gigantic house. Like, I grew up in dirt poor, so I'm my dad's working out in the garden. I'm like, they have a maid, I'm all upset, going to this really rich house. And so her children are standing out and they're watching, and I'm really upset, I'm mad, I don't want to be here. And they came in, they took our bags, they were just really kind, and then mom just started helping and doing things and just showing love and being kind. And for me, I had never had anything like that. And I realized this is the home I need for my siblings. So I wrote her a letter asking her to take my siblings and I would leave the home. I knew she would take care of them and treat them like they needed to be treated, and she would love them and she wouldn't let anything happen to them. And so I was willing to sacrifice being with them to let them be loved and treated the way they needed to be treated. So I was asking her I would leave if she would take them, because I knew that they would have a life that they could never have.
Our biological children all got together and wrote a letter together and all signed it, and her, and being the lead, the 2 oldest led the groups. And then her letter though went something like, I want to know, can my siblings live with you? And they need you as a mom. And so of course we just said, no, this is where you need to be. This is what you need to do.
I was always kind of the odd one out of my siblings. I was mom to them, and so when she said, no, I want all of you, and when my dad said, I want all of you, it kind of broke my heart. And it was very, I thought it was unrealistic. I was like, this can't be possible, you can't, I'm a teenager, I have issues, you don't want me, this is not possible.
We sit there day in, day out and look at these kids and the trauma that goes on, and our heart breaks. And then stories that we hear, there was only ketchup in her refrigerator. Even when they showed up at Respite the first night, Landon ate, 5 chicken legs and 3 helpings of macaroni and cheese, and to find out that they were still struggling with food at the foster home they were at. There was still things going on, and our heart was no, this is where you need to be.
A lot of people were adopted, but they refer to their parents as their adoptive father or mother. And I don't do that because, just like God has adopted us, it's the same thing with them. They have adopted me, but they are my father and they are my mother, just like God is our father, not my adoptive father. I'm going to go to college to study for my HR and business, and then I'm going to start my own company after my dad.